Yeah, good day, guys. In today's video, we are going to learn how to connect to the database using PHP. So we learn how to connect to PHP admin database using PHP code. So first thing is opening your XAMPP server. So if you want to learn how to download and install your XAMPP server, please leave a comment in the comment box. So I'm locating my XAMPP server to where it is and click on htdoc. Then I'm going to create a new folder where I'll store all our files. So on my end, I'm naming my folder db slash connect. So slash coo and con. Okay, I prefer this. So it looks simple. Db slash dash con. Then I'll open my folder on VS Code. So on VS Code, we add my file there. So that's why I'm opening it on VS Code. Okay, let's wait for it to open. Yes, okay. I'm adding a new file. So my new file that I will add will be db.php. So in the db.php, that's where we write our PHP code that will help us to connect to the database. So the PHP code will contain a date function, then a MySQL query to connect to the database. So first of all, let's open our PHP code, which is using the less than sign, then the question mark, then PHP. Then closing it, to use the question sign, question mark, then your greater than to close the PHP. So by default, that's how writing PHP code is. So all your code must fall inside the PHP. And note, you can write an HTML code in the PHP file. So let's create a date function, which is date underscore default underscore time zone underscore set. So I'm in Africa, say Africa slash Lagos, specifically Lagos. I'm in Africa, then my state is in Lagos. Lagos, and then close my code. So it's very important to take note of your syntax, because sometimes syntax error may be very complicated to debug. So let's connect to the database. So I'm writing a comment that says connect to the database, to the database. Yes, connect to the database. Yeah, I think it's fine that way. So let's have a proper. Okay, connect to the syntax error. Say okay, the dollar sign. Then on my end, I'm using COOCONN is equal to my SQLi underscore connect. So yeah, my double quotes, then the local host. So local host is the server name, and after the server name put a comma, then open your double quotes, and always open and close your double quotes, then write what you want to write in the middle of it to avoid forgetting to put your closing double quotes. Then the root name is the username of the database. So by default, XAMPP server is root. Then password is empty, because on XAMPP server the password is there's no password. Then the database name on my end, connecting to a database name called user. yeah, users, that's the database name. So let's write a condition statement to check if the database connection was successful, and if it's not successful, maybe our code should echo out an error code, an error an error information. So I say check if the database connection, think if the database connection is successful. So the code we are going to write now is to check if the database connection is successful. So if the connection is successful, maybe you should show connection successful. Then if not, an error should occur. So I said if make sure that my condition statement if environment is set already. I say if my SQLi underscore connect underscore error, then I'll say exit. I'm using exit. So I'll say exit, then open a bracket and put a single quote and say fail to connect to database. So I said if MySQL underscore connect underscore error, then my opening and close bracket. Then I said exit exit. Then what is going to show is fail to connect to database. Then outside I said dot my SQLi underscore connect underscore error. So that means if the code failed to connect to the database, it should echo out a PHP error. Then or let's use S. It should echo out connection successful. So this is to say that if the connection to the database was not successful, a PHP error code will be displayed on the screen by the time we run this program. Then if the connection S, if the connection is successful, that's what the else code is doing, then it should echo out connection was successful. So let's check it up. Okay, go to your Chrome and let's type localhost slash the name of your folder, then slash the db.php we created. So let's open that code and see if code will run. Our code is meant to run because everything was fine. So wow, fatal error occurred. So we have an error in our code. So let's try and debug it. So let's see. Let's make sure that our Apache are on. Then okay, there's an error. Users. I have no database name called users. So we're going to open our database by clicking admin on our XAMPP server. So let's wait for our database to load. Okay, then see, we'll click on new, then go to back to our code and copy users. So the name of the database is users. So paste it there and click create. Okay, database was created. So now you need to create a table, and on my end I'm saying users data. So that's what I will use. I'll say user underscore data. So that's what I used in the name of the table in my database that is called user. So it's a 4-column database. Then click on create. Then my first this will be an ID, which is a data type of integer. So remember, we'll make our ID an auto increment. So I'll go to that later. Then the second column will be user underscore name. Then email. Second one should be mail. Okay, email. Then the last one should be mobile number. So maybe you should use number. Okay. Then our username is not an integer. So it's a text. We will select text. Then our number is an integer. Yeah. Email is a text. Let's leave email as text. Number as integer. So let's go now and make our ID an auto increment. Yeah. So click on save. Yeah, and we are good to go. Our table is created. You can see under the users, our table user data is being created. Okay, successful. So let's see now if our should see connection successful. So guys, thank you for watching. Please make sure you subscribe, leave a comment below in the comment box so that I can have time. I'll be motivated, have time to create other video similar to this. Thank you very much.